Hi, and welcome to episode 7 of the Robot Wizard podcast. I am Brink, and I've got Myth on the line. Say hello.
Hello, I'm the grilled cheese master today.
we've had some timing issues today, and we lost last week's recording because I am a genius at software. So we're gonna rehash some of the topics we had prepared for last week, and we've got some cool stuff to talk about this week. Primarily, it's a mix of more like Darth Revan counter fine tuning, and I think that we've both got our Galactic Republic teams a little more developed, so we might see if we can test those out today as well.
Yeah, last week's episode was garbage anyway. It's good that it went away. Just
But
kidding.
first, let me take
But we
two in
weren't as
arena.
developed. So yeah, let's check it out.
So I mean, we were so yesterday. No, it wasn't exactly yesterday. But over the past couple of days, one of the topics that has started to come up is that inevitable fear we have where we're gonna face somebody in arena who has a Gear 12 Malak, and they've got so much speed on both Malak and Darth Revan that you can't get out in front of them, and they've also got Malak going first before everybody else. So that's kind of like the end of days scenario, right? Where you're just screwed because even if you have a pre-taunter, Malak is going to take his turn, dispel your pre-taunt, and then Revan goes and does his insanity on your leader and gives you an AoE fear, right?
That was a nice little shot there.
Oh,
What a great, what a great counter team
this
you
is
have.
all these. This is like 90% of my matches. I'm telling you.
It, I haven't tried to trigger death mark the way you do yet, but to me, it's still a mystery as to how you get the timing to work.
Well, it's like a 238 speed or so, like just shy
Oh,
of 240 HK47.
that's so you. You developed the exact speed. That does not surprise me at all.
Yeah,
You're good at that stuff, man.
you build the engine and then I figure out the valve timing.
You tune it, yeah, exactly.
So let me see if I can tab over. So I do want to kind of give props to a couple guys who have really helped out and drive the conversation on this one particular topic. Uh,
It's something we were worried about, and it could cause some problems. And since you've given me their solutions, I think I can modify it for some of my solutions to even make it work a little better. But it's definitely something we hadn't thought about. And without the chance to actually play it, I guess we wouldn't have. But they were very, very cool solutions. I like them a lot.
yeah, so I mean, a couple weeks ago we had explored this with the Malik being the fastest character on the other team, and my first thought was like, well, you could run dual pre-taunting tanks. So like the natural choice would be Sith Trooper and Crew because Crew is so good in this team. And I got in touch with a guy on Discord or not Discord, Reddit, who was having this exact problem. And he tried out a couple things, and basically where we left off was the double pre-taunter thing didn't really work. It didn't really have any legs. It did work for the opening, but he just couldn't. He was stuck in the water, and he got
I had
further with
tried that.
GMY.
I had tried that in general, not to solve that problem, but just to see what would happen if you get that pre-taunt out there and the double tanks. And without HK-47, you can't put people away. That's
Yeah,
what happens.
you
That's the
don't have
problem.
damage.
Now, the funny thing is, my solution to G12 Malik does not include HK-47. We'll get into that later, but it does have enough
Mm.
DPS to get the job done.
So Galactic Chore had this like this. I guess this was just like a fresh pair of eyes and a fresh mind on like an existing problem. But he just says, "What about stunning Darth Revan with Han?" And it was like, like light bulb, thunder strike. I was like, "Oh my god, that's genius!" It uses
It
the
really
kit against them. I love
It
it.
does. So why don't you explain to? Because at first you can't. Somebody's going to say, "Well, you can't stun them." So tell us why it works.
Okay, so and this is a very easy misconception to have that Sith Empire are immune to stun and ability block. It's not an immunity. They more or less are. But what the kit actually has is they're immune to turn meter reduction while they're debuffed. But they, where is it?
Well, they convert I can tell you off the top of my head, they convert the stun. Once they get stunned, they dispel it and they add stacks.
Yeah. So is it in Conqueror?
I mean,
Okay.
geez,
Yeah. It's
these abilities read like, my
it's in his
God.
unique. So again, like I know it, but I didn't even know where to look on his kit for it. So they do have immunity to some things, but stun and ability block they aren't immune to. They get stunned and immediately, like you just said, they turn it into stacks of ferocity, which are it's like a stat boost and a stat debuff for defense.
Yeah,
Um,
people don't, at this point, the
so
sophisticated audience we have, they know what it is.
if you use Raid Han to stun Darth Revan, he gets plus 15 speed, and that's a bonus turn at the beginning of the match. So if somebody tunes their Malak to be in front of Revan, it's gonna be by less than 15 speed, guarantee you.
So,
Like
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
100%. So it will make Darth Revan go first, and he's gonna use Insanity on your pre-taunting tank, and you don't have to worry about Malak dispelling your pre-taunt and getting the AoE fear. It's amazing. And
That's 100%. That's excellent.
so we have, let me see if, let's bring it over here. We've got,
That's cool. I haven't seen this at all. I'd like to see it. I've kind of been unplugged this week. I've had a lot going on.
yeah, so
Mother's Day, sick kid, birthday.
right there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
all right.
that's proof of
That's all
concept
it is,
right
really.
there. This was a team where Malak was faster than Darth Revan, and both of and then the team that we are over here is just slower, and Han stunning Darth Revan does work.
So we're finding that a lot of the customized end game counters to the Malak era are going to be replacing HK-47 because although he's good, he is replaceable. The things that you need the most are going to be, AOE shock and then Wild Lightning to drop everybody.
Yeah, it really is. The shock is super important because you can, like, I run HK-less teams to counter other GMY teams, and as long as I get the shot going, I'm fine. So here, obviously, you see, like, you get the opening to start, but in this match, we just don't have the damage to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's skip ahead to another idea that was brought up, and this is another like stroke of genius.
This one I haven't heard at all either. So
Okay, I'll just let you watch and see what he's plugging in.
yeah, let me give it a very natural reaction. I can't wait to see this. I love this shit.
So
Okay. I have
Kenobi's
no
not
idea.
a pre-taunter.
I have no idea what's going on right now. None.
So let me pause it right here. Malak is gonna make a move, and more than likely he's gonna crit, which will then trigger the taunt. So you're relying on Malak going first and then having the tank taunting.
It's very clever, I have to say.
And there it is.
Yeah, I mean, Malak's almost always going to crit. That's cool. I love it. I really do.
It's a good idea. And again,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, this team doesn't win. But it's just like, oh, man, what good ideas what clever solutions to a really big problem.
And looking at that, I think it would make itself vulnerable to a Galactic Republic team. So by switching that turn order, you might be doing some good in the beginning, but as more people build those teams up, it might make it worse because because Kenobi is part of the Galactic Republic teams naturally.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But that's actually like we've been so fixated on like, oh, you have to find a pre-taunter or get the taunt up in time, but these are two like completely that's a totally different way to think about it, and I just love how clever it is.
It doesn't look like they're dropping anybody, which
No,
DPS is everything. It doesn't look like now the previous video. Not everything is arena. Now arena matters because it's where we get paid, but in GA and in TW, the ability to take these teams down, even if we have to two-shot them, is important.
Now
the previous team will do that.
Now this is from my buddy Darth Veers, the guy that I was talking to on Reddit. He has kindly like tested these out when I throw him messages.
Well, thank you, Darth Veers. We appreciate it. Thanks for supporting it.
Yeah. So this one is he has Malak in here, which I think is gonna be maybe the play if you're the slower team, is to use Raidhan, stun in this situation, stun the leader, to at least get the battle to work properly. And this whole battle is really tight. And there's a lot of death mark and shock going back and forth. It's a pretty nasty match.
Yeah, I've so this might lead us naturally into talking about what to do with the G12 Malak. They're starting to pop up. We have Sin, the constant enemy to the show, has developed a really nasty one, and I've come up with a good workaround that sort of uses the same type of strategy, which is that HK47 is replaceable. And with Thrawn, I'm not finding these tight matches that we're seeing for all these counters. And that because the tight matches worry me. On a bad day, bad RNG, you can get locked out of arena, break your phone basically out of frustration, or more importantly, in GA or not TW, because one fail isn't a big deal, but in GA you could lose a match because of it. So I want to try to find something a little more reliable. I know everything works and is successful for you, but that's really because you're a good player. For everybody, and I'm not saying everybody, there are horrible players out there, but we want something where people can plug it in without having to do the type of tuning that we do and make it work. Otherwise, I think it's just kind of a solution for us.
Yeah, I think that my turn order is a bit of a solution for me. But I've seen what you have going on with Thrawn. Look at that, he wins.
I mean, I like it. I wish I had Malak soon, I guess, but
it requires Malak, so that's a bit
but
of a stretch for some people who just don't have the character. But
there's a body of people out there who have Malak who are having these problems, and we don't want to ignore them just because I hate them.
yeah. But I think it's good to promote like theory and footage of these teams that people think are like end game, like, oh no, I can't beat it. There's no way to beat that. Well, no, this game is a puzzle. There's always a way. Don't give up.
The puzzle part of the game is the best part of the game, and that's where I think I get the most frustrated when you find people who don't want to really put any time in. I understand it's just a game, and you just want to get your arena crystals and do the other modes, but there's a part of it where you should what's the point of playing it if you don't want to sit down and figure it out a little bit?
Right. So, why don't you do you have a match that you can play right now? Because
I could play Sin. Ooh.
Oh, perfect.
A live battle versus Sin. This could go anyway. Let's see. Let me just kind of show it quick.
Yeah, let's. Are you gonna put a mod on him, please?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't on purpose. Me. This stuff happens so often to me. Just sort by speed. I'll get a nice one on there. I don't even remember why I took it off. I'm constantly tinkering. It's like mad science. Who should I give?
So using Thrawn is kind of interesting to me because I was running him when I first started running Darth Revan because I just didn't have it was the only thing I could do for a hybrid team, and my team just sucked. So Thrawn has kind of fallen out of my mind for arena, but hearing you talk about his efficacy here, really, I'm like, wow, it does make a ton of sense.
Can we talk about the fact that he has been a part or a solution to every single meta for, I mean, God knows how long at this point, that he's just so irreplaceable if you need something in a pinch. So from a seed standpoint, it's really just Yoda that needs to be faster than BSF. And nothing I mean, I have good mods, but nothing crazy is going on here. So you're going to see that. So that's 315.
Yeah.
And I do have my DR fast. It's not required for this. I haven't fast, so there's a lot of teams I could outspeed, and it makes the matches easier. That's not going to be the case here. And so that really isn't necessary. And you're going to see why in the turn order. I had my max DPS Bastila up, but I found I was having some problems with another G12 Malak. So I made my fastest crit damage set on her, which is this 280.
What did you have before?
I had so it was like 225, but her damage was insane. Her special damage was like 7,300.
Okay.
And and obviously it's going to be lower here because I don't have the.
You were putting her behind HK in the turn order.
Yeah, I was kind of running two teams, so yeah, you can see it's like
Okay.
1,200 less. Yeah, and that's a good solution to opposition Yodas. That's where that came about, so that you can kind of blast through through the tenacity up with tenacity down. The kicker on this, though, is that Thrawn helps solve the other Yoda problem, too. I've been using this. I've just left this in to see how it works. I left it in overnight on defense. I was 19th today when I started climbing. So
That's good.
it seems to be good. I actually think this team is better versus Jedi Knight Revan because at some point they're going to target Yoda or Thrawn and leave the other three alone. And then you're going to have two other people to deal with. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're gonna leave somebody alone who's gonna become a problem. So
Speaking of problems, this team is a problem. I hate looking at his 163 because it could be like 166.
yeah, that's not his fastest.
He's at this point I think he's just playing with us.
He just tunes it. Yeah, and I love it because he almost on his own finds out these like really cool ways to engineer them for defense, and I'm sure they're working great for offense.
I don't think he listens to the show, but Sin and I go way back. We were arena enemies before Shard Chat, and we had some epic battles, and we've become friends, good friends since then. But his teams are always some of the best. I mean, meta after meta, year after year. If you want to really test your team, he's going to be one of the people you go to. So you can see like 156 on Bastila. Yeah. It's just crazy from all angles. I haven't tried this with my new Bastila speed, so we're going to see how it goes. But I think you could see it that there's something here.
So you're trying to fracture Malak?
You want to fracture Malak, yeah, because if he's fractured, a lot of the knucklehead stuff gets out of the way, and a lot of it's a double taunt. We don't talk about that enough. It's not just that Malak is good and strong. It's a double taunt's really hard to get around.
Yeah.
The leader-based attack mode of a Revan team is thrown off by this. So, I mean, if you've seen us play with these teams, you want to do, tenacity up, battle meditation there. And so, this is pretty standard stuff. And all right, so this is what happens against this team. Now, Thrawn has tenacity up. He doesn't get corrupted battle meditation, and you can just do that. Well, now he's out of the battle. You put fear on Sith Trooper, and you can get rid of his taunt.
Oh, man. That's like, this is such an open window compared to my match against the same team.
Now you're going to get an extra hit here, so you retarget.
No, you're not, because he didn't.
Sometimes he does, but it's all right. Regardless, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The whole point is that that's gonna happen. And now look at Revan's turn meter. Just the way the turns work out, he's not close to a turn.
Yeah. Oh.
There, bam. And we're gonna try to get you out of there.
Oh man, that's super clean.
And that's as hard of a team as I've ever faced in this entire game. And the way I was beating him before was not.
That is super clean.
As simple as that. Let me get a little swap action over here. There we go.
I understood it when you were explaining it to me over chat, but then seeing this play out, it's very that is so clean.
When the opposition has Grandmaster Yoda in, a Thrawn fracture will take away any tenacity and give you a window to put Wild Lightning on.
Oh my goodness, that's yeah.
And corrupted battle meditation on whoever you choose. So it literally fractures the team. It's Thrawn's so amazing. He was my first love in this game. I will always go back to him.
So let me pop over to this. I recorded this like minutes ago before we got on the call, and so this is. I hope that you can see this clearly, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this is my match, and this is one where this is kind of like the odds don't favor this, but I land all the debuffs really nicely. So you can see here, Sith Trooper gets fear, and Malik also got the second fear. So that's lucky right there. Second off, I'm seeing like the debuffs just straight up not land way more often than they should.
I have too, and I'm wondering why. I think they did something. They do some shady stuff underneath. I've always thought that that never ever comes to light because there's no way it could. But
Yeah,
I've seen it as well.
and
I think
here,
they retuned everything when they had a when they did the Malik stuff.
yeah, I even landed CBM on Malik, which like almost never happens, especially when I play this team. So this right here, like this is I was glad I was recording because everything went perfectly for me. And you see here, like it's still not as straightforward as your Thrawn comp. So like I'm losing people, and it could still go poorly for me, but fortunately everything went very smoothly.
Except the one thing that you have an advantage over, and watching your matches over and over again, it does not happen for me, is that timing of HK going right after DR gets death mark.
Yeah, HK getting death mark. Let me actually let's go into that and just for the audience and you because you seem to be really curious about that. It
I
really
love
is
it.
this.
I think it's clever. I love clever things, man.
So around 240 is
All right,
it,
and it just happens. It's as simple as that.
and you don't want to go much faster than where I have him right now because he gets debuffs and gets increased speed, and he'll go before it happens.
To
So
piggyback on top of that, now there are circumstances since I've started using Thrawn where, for whatever reason, Malik doesn't have a taunt when Thrawn goes, and the question at that point is, what do you do? Do you fracture Sith Trooper, or what do you do? And so what I've been doing is swapping to Revan, and then he uses AOE Lightning and sets the board, and now everybody gets shocked much earlier than they would have, and it takes away their ability to taunt. And if you get death mark on the enemy Revan and then Thrawn goes, he fractures 4 hits, and it acts like the HK grenade.
Damn, yeah. I guess
It's cool. Yeah.
you know the tenacity up on the team helps so much because before people were doing tenacity up on Darth Revan, you would throw Thrawn in there, but he would get corrupted battle meditation, and you would have to wait to do anything. Like
Absolute. That's why he's come back into the fold. Is he's without being able to fracture somebody, he's just not the same. Being able to just take a character out of the match is, I believe, the most powerful ability in this game.
yeah,
That's
it
why he
continues to be really good.
Yeah, and so once you get one, so that synergy of keeping Thrawn, viable, and now you can take Malik. It's a pain in the ass, but he's fracturable, and if you do it, he's out on the sidelines, and you can manage the team. It's not nearly the same team.
So speaking of like Thrawn and fracture, this is like a clever way to segue to a different topic. The Galactic Republic team and Padme. That's a new legendary leader. And I think her kit is very like it brings a lot of similar elements that Thrawn brings to Empire. What she brings to Galactic Republic, and her we covered this in last week's our show that I binned on the recording.
Oh, it's not your fault. Computers have a mind of their own. Don't be so hard on yourself.
So Padme has she has a mini fracture. Her stun is it's a locked debuff.
So last week, I think it was last week when we were playing around with this, so everybody missed this. She kept stunning, Sith Empire characters, and we couldn't figure out why, which is why we started looking into the kit and realized it's being dispelled. Hers can't be dispelled, but that undispellable it's a really cool. It's a very powerful weapon. Like, I think calling it a mini fracture is definitely a way to go. So, based on all of her abilities, we've been talking a lot about on the Zeta orders, and I think looking hard at her kit will really give you a clue as to that Zeta order.
Yeah, so you can. I mean, her stun can be you can resist it and you can evade it, but it has this clause can't be copied or dispelled. That makes it a locked debuff, which like everybody knows what a locked debuff is, but like reading it like this, it didn't like stick out in my head like, oh, locked debuff, like that'll for sure be a game changer. But then seeing it in action, like you were playing a test match and you stunned a Sith Empire character. I'm like, wait a second, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, so I mean, the whole Padme kit is awesome, but it does like us going back and forward in our messages, like trying it out every once in a while. It definitely needs all the Zetas, right?
Yeah, and I tried this a lot, and I lost a lot of matches. When I win it, it feels really great, but no amount of tricks or nothing replaces the fact that you just need all of them. The Anakin Zeta included, and that's been getting a bad name. People, I don't know where this is coming from, that people think it's not great, but anything that gives you turn meter, let alone 100% turn meter, is awesome in this game. This faction doesn't get turn meter from anywhere. It can't, and that's part of Padme's kit. So anytime you can get turn meter, there's a reason they shut down your ability to get turn meter, and that's because this team would be too good.
Oh my gosh, it would be insane. So like
Right.
basically Padme, like her kit is so good, it helps the whole team, and she gets a free, like you get a free turn from Anakin and a free turn from Padme.
She completely heals anybody who's broken. She stuns people, and her kit's amazing. And
She's got a huge heal on a cooldown of 3. So like if you're in
right,
trouble, you're gonna accelerate that already short cooldown, and she does protection up for everybody, which turns into more damage. It's
bonus turns. And she wasn't going even with a cooldown of 3. She wasn't taking turns fast enough to save you from ridiculous comps like DR.
yeah,
And but once I put the Anakin Zeta on, that changed. Now I wasn't winning, but I was hanging in there. It felt better. I was recovering. What was really happening is at the end of the matches, I was losing. I was running out of steam. The DPS on this team is driven from courage, and once you stop getting the protection up, it kind of everything has kind of evaporates. I do not have her unique Zeta. It's a huge place to get protection up, and a high percentage of it, which translates into courage. So once I get that, I feel like some of the DPS issues will be solved, but still a bonus turn for 50% health. They get 50% max health from Padme's ability. You have 6 health mods. You can make giant health pools so that if they start with 60, 70, 80,000 health, 100,000 health for Ahsoka and GK, it's going to be triggered when they're at 50,000 health, 30,000 health. They're not going to be on death's door. And so it's going to be very useful, and you're going to keep bobbing back and forth between these things. You're going to get bonus turn all the time.
yeah.
And so I don't understand why people are so down on it, because it takes a character that has a ridiculous set of abilities and makes you use those abilities far more often.
Holy smokes! I just popped some health primaries on Ahsoka, and it popped up her health pool.
We go to my Ahsoka, a G12 Ahsoka. Watch this, because I've been playing around with it. I have a lot of health, 6 health mods. Yeah, let me just take over here for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have modded them and tuned them, not with my best mods, but definitely with my best health mods. And really, all they're missing is really good speed to do something cool here. But I have a speed set with health primaries that I like to use, and this is crit damage. But it allows me. So this isn't a max, Ahsoka, but from a health standpoint, but it's still
30K.
Now she's getting 80% from her unique to start the battle, and 50% from Padme. She's getting 130%.
Oh, no kidding.
So, and the truth is, I have much better health sets. I could probably get her up to 45, which you're talking about her being like over 100K. I am playing around with speed here. She gets plus 50 speed, and is going to go more often. So we talked about the not having turn meter bumps. So, base speed is very important to this faction. But regardless, they're going to get below 50% health a lot and not die. And I think that's really, so it triggers the Anakin Zeta all the time. And it can't be prevented. There's no mechanism to prevent bonus turns. That's why they distinguish it from turn meter. So I'm not down on it. And I can tell you from experience, it made a huge difference. I think you just did it recently, right?
The Anakin Zeta?
Yep.
I did it today.
All right. So what are our impressions of it, Mr. Brink?
I have not even played it yet, so
The self-control you have. This man is made of stone.
no. And before I play something, you're like don't hate me, but I made this joke last week again in the recording that was not. Um, Everybody's wondering like what the ideal fifth would be for this, and like it just screams Grandmaster Yoda. Um, but that's a big pull from your Jedi Revan team, or like you can make a team just around him for Grand Arena or what have you. But staring at Anakin's unique.
Oh, we're gonna do this again.
We're gonna do this again. Look at this idiot character.
Get ready, people. Get ready for your minds to explode.
Look at this unique. While below 50% health, Jedi Knight Guardian does some stupid stuff that doesn't matter and recovers 15% of her max health at the start of each of her turns. So there's a chance that if there's somebody out there with like a Gear 12 Jedi Knight Guardian, can you make her health pool ridiculous and plug her in with the Zeta Anakin and see if she just keeps on going above and below 50% health and quote unquote air quotes triggering Anakin, because that would be hysterical if this character is useful in this game.
In that vein, Zaris's kit and Zeta is kind of doing the same thing, because you're going below and then her protection is healing you back up. So Zaris has been a good fit for the same reason.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I think I'm gonna have to Zeta Zaris, because in the test footage that you've shown me, what she brings to the team is just it's so good. Like if you land a crit on them, she heals.
It's better than Jolie. It really is, because their health pools are so high. They have good survivability. There's a lot of good things for it. So we tried some Jolie things in TW, and it didn't really work the way I'd hoped. So
yeah, I think she's sitting there useless right now because everybody's going to use Kenobi under Padme. So you might as well just throw Zaris in there because she's Galactic Republic and she's going to give you more healing. So
the one problem with this team so far, and that's without the unique Zeta, is DPS at the end of matches. I think some survivability will help that. More protection up. The undispellable locked 40% protection up is gonna mitigate some of that, but we're gonna see, because I'm gonna do that Zeta in the next couple of days. But you have that Zeta.
I do. So
I think you should try it. Let's see it. Let's test it.
Do you want me to try you or try Sin?
That's not good. Throwing Sin is just it's not going to show anything.
That's going to be an automatic lose.
We're going to screw up somebody's payout here, but it's okay. They like us.
They got half an hour.
They do, and it's all in the name of science.
Okay, I don't even have this team saved for a squad.
I don't do that much either. All right, so then you're gonna have to use either Yoda or a 3PO. 3PO is a really good fit for this team, by the way, and it's something we should explore at some point.
I've had such bad luck with him. I'm just gonna do GMY. Any thoughts on mods for Kenobi, or just
health? 6-dot health mods. If you're not farming a good 36-dot health mods, you're going to fall behind in this game. I don't mean you, I mean the audience in general.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
It's something that it's a sort of a fundamental ability to make kits better, and they're purposely making health-driven kits to force you to do it. It's like when we first started playing Arena, and speed was essential and still continues to be. These are going to be essential mods. There's at least 5 or 6 tunes I can think off the top of my head that are twice as good with 6-dot health mods.
Yeah.
Grievous, any Galactic Republic right now, and there's others that I'm not even thinking about.
That event, the Padme event, just highlighted the importance of 6-dot health mods for Grievous for sure.
I've got him up to 50,000 health, and I used him in TW, and he's a beast. Oh my god, the hits! I love it. It's so much fun. He's smacking everyone around.
Yeah, and there was I saw a couple video of droids countering. I think was it Padme or countering some awesome meta team, and Grievous just did some ridiculous AOE, and of course it was like he carried the whole team with his damage.
Pause. What's up, baby? Break, play your match, and just go by yourself, okay? Come on. We're going to be done in 5 minutes. You said I could do it. I think that's helping. Yeah, she is. Give me a hand.
Oh. That was brutal. Oh my gosh, that was brutal.
Oh, I'm doing great here. Sorry,
You
little
destroyed.
5-year-old
Oh
emerges.
my gosh.
What happened? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see this. This stinks. It's been 30 seconds.
So Thrawn
Tell me
tried.
what happened. Just
Uh,
in case anybody's wondering what happened to me, I'm a proud parent of a 5-year-old that sometimes is home when we're doing this, but
Bastila
we still want to be.
wild lightninged me, and Thrawn uses fracture on you. Oh man, that wasn't even close.
That's not what we were hoping for. Let's pop on over to me for a second, and I'm gonna remod my team and try something that we were talking about earlier.
Okay, go for it.
So the theory is that I got my Padme G12, and the theory is that by making Padme really fast, faster than most DRs. Not everybody has great mods. I happen to have some good speed sets. 156 is really good. So she's not going to be able to beat every team, but she will be able to go before most Darth Revan, Malak, etc. By making Yoda, who will also go before them, go first, we will be able to call Ahsoka, dispel a taunt, and we will be able to we'll be able to stun. We talked about this earlier, Darth Revan. So
Yep.
let me just see if I can get back and forth here. Oh wow, it's working. All right, let me just get the mod sets on right.
Yeah. So, but you keep on doing your mod thing. I'll explain. We've been so like fixated on the pre-taunt as the means to kind of control Darth Revan using insanity on your leader, because if he uses insanity on your leader at the beginning of a match, everybody gets fear and everybody misses their first turn, and you're like, that is such a big hole to try and climb out of. But what Myth is talking about is a turn order to start off with using Padme and GMY, which are two characters who are naturally faster than Darth Revan, to get things going and put a stun on the other team, because Padme has that locked debuff stun that can't be dispelled, which Sith Empire usually dispel the stun and turn it into a stack of ferocity.
So we just need somebody who's slower. Oh, they both have faster Revans than I can make right now. When I have 6 dot the Cheetel Plus pieces for her, I'll be able to make her faster than they have them now, but I do not think I have an opportunity to play this.
What speed do you need?
I need them below 314, and they're both 321 and 320, and Sin's ridiculous. I apologize, audience. We thought this was going to work, but we're in the middle of payouts here. Sometime in a little while, somebody's going to knock me out of this spot, and I'll have a chance maybe to do that with you.
4?
I can see 4.
Hang
yeah, and all 4 happen to be faster. Let me take a shot at them anyway. Let me see what happens.
Hang on a sec. Hang on. Let me.
Yep.
I was gonna say I can try and hit Sin, and then you can hit me.
That's perfect. Let's try it.
Okay. Now this again relies on me having some good RNG.
Yeah, we're playing without a net here, folks. So just bear with us. But this is what we've always said. We have off-air conversations, and we always say, like, you should just listen to the off-air conversations because they're probably more interesting. And that's pretty much what this is. This is just an example of one of our off-air.
Whenever we like hit the stop end recording button, we always have like a really interesting chat about something that we should. It's like we should just start the show now. So, I mean, you're gonna see. Oh, what? There we go. I hate when the game won't let you click on the character. So,
it does happen.
Okay, so I've got Corrupted Battle Meditation on Malak, which is good. Now, every once in a while, I'm not sure if I'm just like playing too fast and don't notice it, but this basic here like doesn't dispel the taunt. Nope, it worked. So then I'm stuck on the taunt there. I'll pop the expose, and I'll just stick to basic. Sometimes I like to do an AoE to pop all the exposes and make it easier to get down to sub 50% health. But I have a fear on Bastila, so I might as well just keep that. And Nobody has corrupted battle meditation. Joy of joys. Although I can fear them. So that's cool. But then there's no shock, which is kind of a bummer.
That's what was happening to me, and why I kind of went to the Thrawn solution, because I really couldn't come back from it. You might be able to, but I just couldn't.
Let's see if Havoc will kill Revan here. Nope. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, and it keeps him right above it. Yeah, I think maybe not. Your team works really well, though. I would have been destroyed by this point. Okay, no, I think you might get it. You get a second chance at that. I mean, I would never have gotten it, but no one went below 50%. Come on.
Yeah, that's lame. And nobody got shocked because that's how it works. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it might be. If he had kept the.
If I had just done.
Wait, no, hit HK. Hit HK 47. If he just died, I think you might have had a shot there.
This is why I always use Force Storm.
Let's switch back to me for a second, and let's see if our situation has changed.
Okay, go for it.
And our situation has not changed. Somebody's going to have to take this top spot for me soon. I might even be in battle, but let's hit V, because we know V will never be upset at anything, because he's Canadian.
He's Canadian. He's so nice.
He's the nicest guy. He is. And much love for him. And we're going to do Galactic Republic. And we're going to invite people to use me as a punching bag for the next whatever hours. I'm going to put the same team in. We kind of, even without having a pre-talk, this team can survive. And this is a great use to show the Anakin Zeta. So let's just do it, because without the Anakin Zeta, this team gets annihilated really fast. But with it, it can usually withstand the opening bell. And all right, so the first hit, then you get to kind of heal everybody and make them hard to stop. So we're gonna.
Oh, but Ahsoka has fear and cannot assist and dispel.
Not in the beginning, right? No, there's a lot of things. We really need to get out in front of them to see what this team's going to be, because just having their cooldowns reduced makes this really hard. But wow, that's
what your team did to me.
Yeah, there is a way for me to, there is a way for me to stop that from happening. Hold on a second. I can make Yoda faster than theirs by making him my fastest tune, but it kind of ruins the idea of what we had of going first and having that turn order.
Oh, let me try 4 again.
Yeah,
I'm pissed off that I lost that, because I was like, oh, let me try a different thing.
Well, it's creativity. You're showing the audience what the essence of drinking.
Always try, and when you fail, it just reinforces, like, oh yeah, definitely don't do that again.
Live play is really showing that we are not as good as our public perception is, because we only show victories on our YouTube channel.
No, we don't only show victories.
Oh, I mean, I only show victories.
And then when we show losses, we get yelled at for, like, that was the worst play ever. You are terrible. I'm like, well, it was a funny match. Who thought it was funny?
It's like we're trying to show you what not to do. I mean, it's like a public service announcement.
So Yoda there just stayed above 50%, and I've specifically modded him for that.
That is I've noticed that, and that's something I've taken. I've tried to do myself, and
you gotta be kidding me.
This is what's been happening to me over and over again. It was driving me crazy. It's why I abandoned this team. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I don't know what has changed. I looked up their tenacity stats. Nothing has changed. So it makes me think that they did something to tune this team in the background that makes them resist it.
I'm so bummed, because Sith Trooper didn't get shock. And so
if he did, you would win. Yeah.
This stupid game and its dumb potency, tenacity, idiocy.
I mean, they keep the formula secret so they could just change it on a whim. I know they do.
Yeah, there's some number that gets randomized before you enter a battle.
I will go to my grave during the Commander Luke Skywalker meta that the Rebels had Commander Luke and Han had extra tenacity that made them resist, and I know they did because I used to play those battles, and they should have been getting like stunned a lot more often. They would resist them all the time, and I would go crazy.
Did Viewer ever send you any like private YouTube videos of him playing your team?
Not recently. He has in the past, not this iteration for sure.
Yeah. So when he was running Jedi Revan and we were running Luke, he like every so often, like he would send me a video showing him playing my team, and it was when like it didn't always happen, I have to believe, but my team would make a kill, burn Savior, and then make another kill, all before he got to take a turn, and I would just respond like, dude, I don't get close to that when I play the team, and I'm pretty sure I've got the turn order down super well. Like, there's some buff that happens when the team is on defense.
I have no hesitation to say that they will do whatever they need to do in this game to make the game function the way they want it to function and not tell us. And when they get caught, they'll just be like, oh, it's a bug, our bad. And I'm trying to think if there's any arena or way I could show what we want right now. I guess we really just need to wait this out.
Yeah,
All
funny.
right.
Over on Discord, what's it? TK Matt is asking like if we think Padme's going to be viable at 6-star. I'm like,
Well,
we
we
got to
don't
see.
know
Like,
yet.
it might be. It might be.
I think my intuition is telling me it will be, and you'll be able to tell when you kind of put the. But you know what's really interesting is you have more Zetas than I do, and it's not like the magic cure. So I lost to above the
No.
last time I tried this, but I have remodded since then. So I think this is a really good test. So just quick, I want to show this.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm. One
Work on your
another tank I need to do.
work on your 6-dot mods. Look at that, 63,000. I love 6-dot mods.
Yeah.
I love health mods. And then GK, it's similar. He's missing a mod.
Can you please get your teams in order?
Get your house in order. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. All right, you don't need that now. Oh, it hurts me to take it off of her. 213. All right, I think that'll. Well, he's 250 on his, so I think we'll do more health. Let's see what we got. Put you there. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put health on you and see if this works. Let's see if it works with like a somewhat decent gap between them, which will make this so that we don't really need to be too perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The more health on these characters, the more they benefit from just about every goodness in Padme's kit. So, 63,000 Kenobi is going to start
I'm
with.
gonna bet money though that Darth Revan is gonna get out in front of GK's turn after HK-47.
Okay, let's see it.
We'll see.
Let's test it out. The last time I was doing this about 219 for that video we saw, so it's not too different. But if it does, then we'll just remod. So we're already in good shape, and we want to get the goodness up. So I've been. She can't really do much to him, so I don't want to waste anything. He just does it again.
So annoying.
He sucks so badly. All right, now.
I was wrong.
You have lost your bet.
I was
sir.
wrong.
Okay, and this. All right, so now that's the move. Although I targeted the wrong person, but who cares? And his ability to taunt on basic is fantastic for a tank, and the AI would have done that, which is really great. So, they're holding up nicely, my friend.
Yeah, this is looking. I'm seeing a lot of green on your end.
Yeah, let's see. Nice stuns. I mean, we're definitely doing more. Not enough courage to really do anything, but we're going to start trying to get Bastila out because we never want to get hit with Wild Lightning. It's not the worst thing that she's surviving because the turns are going to start building from going up and below 50%.
Yeah, she's got death mark, so this is a free turn for her right now.
And she loses death mark, and HK now doesn't do his ultimate yet until we're ready.
That's true.
And hopefully Anakin takes her out. All right. And now here we go. We got our main move here. I think.
Oh no! Don't do that. You missed the assist.
All right,
that was target stupid. Revan. You got to learn that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. All right, but we're gonna get the assists here. So.
Oh,
Oh,
almost
come on,
one-shotted.
die! No. All right,
So
yes.
close.
No, we're still doing all right here.
This is
Oh,
looking
all
good.
right. We're gonna miss the assist. So who should I hit here? I guess stun Malik, right? Or
Yeah,
no, I could stun DR, but Malik is more the problem, right? So
yeah,
let's do.
stun him. Oh, he didn't. He didn't take it.
All right, but we get more protection up here. Oh, I meant to target. Oh no. All right, I meant to target you. We should get some courage
Oh,
going.
thank you, heal. Don't target Rev.
Uh, don't worry about it. We're gonna do this. Watch. I'm gonna learn that lesson. It's hard to play live.
Yeah.
And are you ready for this?
Oof. Love it.
Oh, I love this. And he's gonna get stunned now. I love it. Yeah, look, healing immunity.
It
That's
worked.
great.
It
It
worked.
works. It works. Oh man. All right,
Oh,
we gotta
wait,
drop.
wait, wait. We
If
still
he
have to
comes,
get him down.
if he comes back, I'll literally kill myself. No, he's not gonna come back, is he?
Get those stacks up. Come on, Ahsoka.
Oh my god, because you can't. Courage does nothing to him.
Yep.
And oh my god. All right. There we go, Padme.
Woo!
It works.
It works.
Having mods on Anakin, that's the moral of the story. Helps, and at a really high health. That way it works, man.
Holy
We did it.
smokes.
I can't believe it. And so Padme does have a good speed set on her. She's missing her G12 plus mod, so she's not the fastest she can be, but she's not faster than any DR out there. So it's not like she has to go first for this to work like the other video.
Yeah,
And I don't see. Is there anything in there that tells you that Padme at G11 isn't going to work? It's going to work because she has a lot of. I mean, a lot of the great things she has are still going to be there. Now, the one thing she doesn't is top speed. We wanted her to take a lot of turns, but she's getting that from the Anakin Zeta, and she can't do the 6-dot health mods, which we're talking about here, are a lot of the heart of the protection up.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about is if the only thing that at gear 11 might be a problem is if Malik is targeting her with his early drain lives and just kills her.
Yeah, but with double taunt there, I don't think he's going to get to her.
Oh, that's true. He gets caught by 2 taunts. That's right.
You get the double. That's one of my old school tricks. Like before this game got just DPS high and a lot of these tricks. I used to run 2 taunts with Thrawn and just try to make everyone go crazy. I love running 2 taunters. I'm in my glory right now with this team. I mean, this is, if I can climb with this team every day, I'm never taking it out. I think I need the unique Zeta for Padme to beat Jedi Knight Revan. I'm not sure even how to approach Revan right now. I haven't practiced that much, but for TW and GA, this is gigantic.
Let's see. I'm coming off of cooldown. So what was my mistake last time? Not a pre-taunt?
Need a pre-taunt. Now, we tried with you earlier for Jedi Knight Revan, and we realized that the Padme Zeta isn't firing.
No.
Even though it says it's not preventable, which not preventable shouldn't be preventable. So I'm a little bummed out. I thought that was a direct counter.
Yeah, being on a Zeta, I thought it would have gone through the buff immunity. Like, I mean, it's fine that buff immunity, prevents the protection, the non-preventable protection up stacks from sitting there because it's buff immunity, but it says can't be prevented, and it's on a Zeta.
So it's either not working as intended, or it should say not resistible, and then it would make sense because then you just can't get it in the first place.
Yeah, it's like the wording should be how like zombie can be revived through annihilate or whatever that is.
The Zeta is still huge. They're still doing a lot of things out of turn. So when you lost in that video, there's a couple things. You have a G9 Padme. My Padme wouldn't have died there. She would have gotten the bonus turns enough to shed. I've practiced this in versus Jedi Knight Revan, and Anakin Zeta does the same thing for Marked. That every time somebody drops below 50, she takes bonus turns and she can get rid of Mark because she's going to take her turn fast. Even if she's marked, she can't lose turn meter. That's part of her kit. She's going to take her first turn. And then once somebody drops below 50%, even if it's her, she's taking a turn and getting rid of it. And it happens almost every time. You just kind of have a weaker Padme, and you just got like kind of a bad luck there. So, and then the alternative is if they mark GK, if they mark KRU, who cares? They mark Anakin, he has the same mechanism. And so it's really Ahsoka that we're worried about. But Ahsoka has crit protection
Yeah.
built into her kit. So she gets marked, even though she gets buff immunity, it stays. And so it's very difficult to drop her that way. So I think even without that Zeta and that quirk there, I think we're going to be good against, Rev. But that's something to explore for another day. Love the choice, man.
L3. She's
Love
great.
it's great. It is. I love the choice. He heals himself. It's working, man. It's working for me.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
This might be better. Doesn't it feel better not to have that happen to you? Oh boy.
Yeah, so I can cleanse right now, right?
You can cleanse right now, yeah.
Dispel. That's awesome. Go
And
away.
he spells himself, so he's always going to be able to taunt.
Yep. Okay. Oh, yep. This is what I want. So
This is what you want. And target HQ. Yeah, target Bastila. Yeah, perfect. Not like me who.
tenacity up.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
such a bummer.
But it's the same problem, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
If she had a lot of health like mine does,
Mm-hmm.
or just more protection, that wouldn't have killed her.
Yeah.
It was 50,000. She would have survived. All she has to do is survive, and then she's going to take her bonus turn. So I think we could say at gear 9 this doesn't work, but I still am hopeful that at gear 11 it'll work.
Yeah.
Because if she dies, it's over. She does everything for this team, but that's why the Anakin Zeta is so important.
I think this. I mean, just the pre-taunt there made that opening so much different, and then the 10 or 15 stacks of ferocity crit from Bastila that'll blow away a gear 9 character.
This is what we were saying before. That didn't win, but it was miles better than the video before it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an evolution. Now you're going to gear Padme. You're going to do whatever Zetas you can do to try to improve the team. And in the meantime, while you're gearing her, we need to get somebody with a gear 11 Padme to jack up her health and see if she can survive. What's her stats? Let's see what she's at. Yeah, she's too weak here.
Yeah.
She was able to one-shot you, but at G11, she has like 70,000 protection, I think. So that 56,000 wasn't. She's going to get her protection up. She's going to get more health as she goes along here. So that 50,000 shot wasn't going to one-shot her. So if she survives, then she's going to do her heal. I mean, she's going to survive it. I know she is. All the mechanisms are for her to survive.
Yeah.
She's as hard to kill as any character in this game once she gets to a certain level, like Malak-Fastest. Because when she's with Anakin, Annie is saving his Padme. He loves her.
This is this is like when we were running 3PO and still gearing him up, and it was difficult to keep guard on CLS when 3PO is under geared, but once you got him to like gear 10, his protection jumped up like 40% or something ridiculous.
It's a perfect analogy. And I can tell you, I tried G9 Padme without any of this, and I got wiped.
Yeah.
I did not last as long as you just lasted there. The GK HK turn order is crucial. It's everything. It makes this work, and I'm excited about this. I really am. I'm excited to get it out there and to get feedback and to see if everybody else is making this work. But I think we definitely came up with something, bud.
Yeah, that was a smooth battle. That would be so. Let's think about that. I think that has to be the most like economic way to take down a Revan Malak team easily.
It without having to be faster. I'm not sure if this. I mean, we have two things here, which is great because we can explore it and add different tunes and more parts. I have some ideas that maybe Thrawn could work in here that we can kind of shelve for today because we're focusing on this. But I'm not sure if Stunning DR or this is better, but they're all good. I mean, they never got a hold of me, so maybe this is better. It might be. And then you don't have to use your best speed mods on them. You can keep your best speed mods on another team too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is you didn't play it perfectly, and the team held together. It looked solid all the way through, and the modding emphasis is not pure speed, which frees you up to put pure speed on other teams where speed gives you a huge advantage. And if you
they fixed the game like that. The 6-dot mod system has diversified things to a point, and I find myself doing it not just here, but having different sets for different comps so that you could have more teams feeling powerful in TW and GA, even if they don't have your arena mods. And this month, something clicked in my head to start farming health mods over and over again. I've probably done 10 of them in the last few weeks. And I just think they're probably the most important 6-dot mod going right now. Because if you have them, look at the health numbers I can get KRU to. Without them, you can't get them that close. It's an extra like 40%.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, let me jump into what do you have on him? And I think it was cool to see like you had a 6-dot you had a bunch of cool 6-dot arrows that were not speed.
I diversified. Yes, I certainly have focused on a
Yeah,
diversification.
so the health arrow I think is really big. Like Nest with a health arrow is super awesome. What do you have? And you had
Night
a good one with
Sisters
GK too, right?
now. My Night Sisters is going to be short 6-dot mods because I really like DACA with 6-dot, so I'm going to have to farm some more. And I use them on defense in TW and GA, and they always hold with Spirit. So there's a lot, there's so many uses for them.
There you go. I mean, and that's so cool. Like the timing. So GK's cleanse at the right time, kind of slow. I mean, okay, that's a 9. That's a 15. 15. I'm looking at your speed secondaries. 21's pretty elite. And a 5. So on average, I mean.
I have a 22 there though. I just put that on. I was just trying to get on the right speed. Not that it matters, but
it's just super attainable mod set.
It is, and you can make GK 220. I think that was like a 250 HK. He had a fast rev. I think if you're within this band, I think below 200 you're in the danger zone because that's where I had him all the time, and it wasn't working. And then since I switched to this speed set, it's like your HK perfect speed.
Yeah.
That we were talking about. Sometimes these weird things happen, and if you get in that band, something special happens.
Yeah, like it's not about it's about getting your turn in at the right time. It's not about going first. It's about making sure that you at least get your turn in before the other team goes again. And for like the first 2 cycles, and then once the Galactic Republic team really starts, it has so much healing built in, and the assists, like it doesn't need pure speed. It just needs to take a punch and hang in there.
I've been considering this, but without making it work, it just there's no way I could have proven it. I think you're better off making, now that I'm thinking about this, Padme slower than Bastila. Maybe actually I got to think about that, but she puts so many debuffs out there, and Padme can't get fear, and then she converts everything to courage. So if you wait until she puts like those, like the 20 debuffs out onto the field, you can get giant stacks of courage. If you tune her to maybe like 300, it doesn't really matter when she goes at this point. Looking at this, I have her going at 314. Maybe she's too fast.
That's really interesting.
You want to try it? Let's try it quick. Get her.
Yeah, hang on. Let me tab over to you. Okay. That's really interesting because everybody's gonna. You won't have to make her slow because right now everybody is trying to make Bastila as fast as possible. And Arnold just did a video today saying I think I figured it out. Just make Bastila as fast as possible. You end up wearing out the other team. And that's not been a secret. Everybody's been, they want to make Darth Revan as fast as possible and then Bastila their second fastest. Now there's a thing about how fast to make Malak. Everybody's going to be so fixated on the pure speed meta and trying to make 3 characters super fast that they're going to start sacrificing damage and durability to just get those pure speed numbers.
I want to try something here. I have an idea. Although I'm running out of 6-dot mods that I want to use. Let's see here. This will be. I don't want to blow everything up, but let's see. I need to move her down. Let's do this.
Well, if you break the speed set, that's just 17 speed, or it's less than 17 speed.
Yeah, I want to get more health. I'd like that. All right, let's just go all in. Let's try this.
Just do all health.
Yeah, that's what I want to do it, but I'm using the health mods that I want to use on other tunings that we've already done in here. But I can get you. All right, here 16 is going to be fine. All right, 16 will be fine on Kenobi. So this keeps her fast. I want to keep her in the right range, and then I need to put the health mod here. No, here. Okay, what does she got here? 16. Here, 16. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's a protection. It's a protection, but yeah, no, that's not good. All right, hold on a second. There'll be a better one here. This is health, right? No, she has protection here. I have a better mod for her here. I need more of these. This is why I can't have enough.
We all need more.
Yeah, Ahsoka has that. All right, let's not. I don't want to go crazy anymore. Let's just leave it here. This is fine. You figure BSF is going to be over 300, right? Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, most of them are like creeping into 290s at this point.
Let's see where he's at. This is either going to work.
Oh, is this Kovac? For sure he's over 290.
Yeah, no. I love trying to, yeah, perfect. Okay, that's the perfect speed. I love trying to use what people are doing against them.
Mm-hmm.
But because at least for a while you get like a time period where they haven't figured out why it's working.
Right.
All right, so we're going to try this. Did I take mods away from anybody? Yes, I did. See, I'm getting better, buddy. So, not the most fun thing to watch somebody mod, but I think there's somebody out there who might really enjoy this.
Part of the process.
Yeah, this is like
if we were super motivated, we would like hypercut all this stuff up, but we're not.
You gotta sit. If you
walk you through the whole process.
If you want it, you gotta get it. That's it. All right. So, but his speed just dropped, so we need to put a.
Yeah, just go.
No, I have it. I have it. I got this. I can bring him back up. No, I like the high health on him. It's really nice, but there's other ways to do this.
Right. Oh well, there you go. 14 speed.
Yeah, I need more. 16. All right, I guess we're gonna have to. Nope, I got it. Right here. Go to health perfection.
Oh my goodness!
There we are. Perfect. Okay.
Look at that mod.
It's one of my favorites. It might have danced a little around my house when I got that mod, but let's not talk about that now. All right, I think we're good here. Let's try this, and we're either leaving as champions or shaming ourselves in defeat. All right, so one of the things is she's gotten corrupted battle meditation on everyone, which we can't dispel, and I'm not sure how important debuffs are. Although now Padme can't stun anybody, but we do have something to work with besides that, and also somebody else has fear. Oh no, you see, look what it did. It gave Kenobi fear. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So there goes that. But let's play it through anyway and see if it's better than we thought. Oh, I hate this. 18 stacks of courage. You know, we should always hit Malak so that we could use the courage on Sith Trooper. So that's a lesson learned. This is going to bless somebody. All right, so this is going to be good.
Oh.
Okay. And he survived. All right, we're in a pretty good spot here. We need another. All right, so now look, below the Anakin Zeta working its magic because Padme is going to take a turn. Way to go. Way to go.
Stun somebody.
She could stun. Yeah, we got stun Malak. I mean, stunning Malak feels so good. Wow, look at this. How many stacks does he doesn't have any stacks? All right. He's gonna counter him and kill him.
Yeah.
Nope. You got protection up on the counter.
There.
And if he had the unique though, he would have survived that, I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. All right. So this is better than we thought, but not better. Better than we thought after we realized this anyway.
Well, it was a bad start.
But that first giant opening, I mean, that's got to be our focus. If we can get openings like that, you know, like, I guess I should go after Revan here, right?
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to do it. I've learned.
There you go.
All right, we're going to have some courage stacks coming. Oh, you bastard. I hate you. Nah, no, this is
not
gone.
looking good.
It's not looking good. But you know what? Listen, we're going in the right direction here. There's something happening. There's a movement coming, people, and you're going to be a part of it. And I do believe the Padme unique would help, and they're still holding up. Look, they're still holding together there. Well, all right. I think this is a good place to say we are somewhere.
And on that
And
terrible disappointment.
no, we shouldn't have even done it. We should have just left victorious.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, you can just cut that out, and then no one will ever see it.
Nobody will
But
ever see it except we're
they'll
not
never
keeping
know.
it.
But we'll know, right? We'll know in our hearts, and it's phony, and we want to be real. So, but we got a direction, and I think we talked about this. We're going to start. We're going to put this out there. We're going to start trying to cut this up into smaller doses, and so that we can kind of do a training video, I guess. And
There's definitely so I think that we can this is like it does kind of feel like other teams accept it so in that there's some turn order magic that you need to understand, but this one feels a lot more mod agnostic, if you get what I'm saying. Like it,
except for one thing, and I'm thinking about what people keep asking. Will it work for a six star Padme? We just established that it's much harder if Padme is not faster than Bastila. And
yeah,
without 6 dot mods, it's going to be harder to get her to that level.
yep,
So I'm going to go out on a limb here, say now after going through all the motions, not yet until we take what we just tried there and lost and make it work.
yeah. I wouldn't say no yet, but for top end arena, it yeah. I mean, Gear 12 highly recommended.
It with the if we can get KRU out of the team because we have the GK Zeta, if we have the Padme unique Zeta there, GK has a much greater chance of lasting because those the counter from Sith Trooper would have given him 40% protection up.
Yeah,
So
that would have been big. I forget about that unique work having any purpose against Darth Revan, but Sith Trooper has retribution, so
and a lot of it, so it does come into play. So there's going to be room, and somebody with a 6 dot Padme, one of you special people out there, needs to take this mantle and try it.
I'm
And we've
close.
laid out the framework. Yeah, you're going to be the one who does it. I know
Actually,
it.
no, I'm not close because I still have to gear up crew. Apparently,
Well,
apparently,
L3 wasn't bad there. I think you could do it with L3. I think if I popped L3 in there, it would probably work for me too.
yeah.
But
Should I give it one? No. Well, let me see what it does without Malik.
that's a great. Listen, this is the step by step purpose. I think it's a great idea to do it without Malik because I
Let's
think
just
this
see what
might work.
happens.
I think you got it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you do. But remember, your Padme's too slow. But we just established it, so it's going to be in general harder.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens.
Let me cleanse because I want to gain protection stacks. And then, oh, I don't know. I'm
Just
trying
need a
not to
super
think too
shot.
hard about this.
Oh, you got stacks of courage. Just kill.
Oh, that's awesome.
That never gets old. It
That's
never
sick.
does. No, listen, HK hasn't dropped his bomb.
Yeah, so I gotta hold that cleanse, don't I?
Yeah, but if you do this, you're going to kill him. Oh, no, I thought he would. I thought there'd be more courage out on the field. Oh, he
Oh,
didn't do it, that
Annie.
bastard. Well, we didn't, this is our fault. We didn't check HK's speed before we did this. Whoa! Oh, I love it. I'm starting to come around to her back kicks. This is going really well, man.
Yeah, this is not so bad.
I might kill Revan first. He just used the Assassination Protocol.
Okay. You think going
And
for Revan?
he doesn't have health up anymore because Bastil is dead. He's much easier to kill now.
Oh, true. Immune to fear. I love it. Give me some protection.
And courage, baby. Have courage because next hit,
8
he's
stacks. Oh, he's gone.
he's gone. That's great. And you just got to take down HK-47 now.
Stun him.
Remember, he's very difficult to take down when buffs are on the field. But yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
that's
I
true.
think you got it, though. I think you got it. Oh, you bastard. Oh, that was rough. But this is a G9 Padme, man. This is...
Didn't quite make it.
No, he didn't. He just healed too much. But all right. This is a good way to end it because I think this is overplaying your hand. This is a way under. If Anakin survives there, you don't lose.
Yeah,
And
this is I mean, so Yeah, what
It's a
we're
hard.
getting at is like the
This is a
faction is
hard
definitely
counter to
good.
DR without Malik. In TW, this is a hard counter to DR without Malik for sure.
Yeah, and
Uh,
Malik is supposed to be the cornerstone of like the, here, use this team and you won't lose.
so we could say with a 6 Padme, you're going to be able to beat DR without Malik for sure. We
Yeah.
can leave it at that for today. And listen, I'm excited because we have something to really explore here. So
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
can
focus on
stop
this for
running
a
Darth
while.
Revan in arena. We'll be the cool kids.
Oh, I love it. We are. It's perfect, man. Because I've gotten tired of it, and I do love the Revan kit, but I've gotten tired of putting weird teams out there just to beat Sin's team. So my next step is gonna see if I can beat Sin's team with this, but I'm not doing it tonight. I'm gonna go spend some time with my family and revel in the glory.
All right, man. I'll get this cut up and we'll get this pushed out. Thanks to everybody for listening. Give us a like and subscribe if this has been interesting or enlightening, and we'll be putting more content out there as we figure stuff out.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.